Hey, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to factor the difference of squares. I'm going to give you 5 examples. They're all different. You kind of use the same strategy, but you have to see where the difference is in these 5 questions. Okay, so let's go. So when we factor in the difference of squares, there are a few things maybe we should start off with, and we all know that when we factor in the difference of squares, in these 2 brackets, always going to have one sign being plus and the other sign being minus in all of them. And it doesn't have to be in that order. It could be minus plus as long as the 2 signs in the middle here are different. And after this, to factor the difference of squares, all you need to do, just square root the first thing here. The square root of x squared is x. You put that in here and in here. And then the square root of 16 is 4, so you put this in here and here. And what we did here, we do exactly in every one of these. So here we have the minus and plus. Now we're going to square root all of this. So when we're square rooting 9x squared, we square root the 9, which gives me 3, and the square root of x squared is x. So that's 3x. We put this in here, and we also put it in the second brackets at the beginning. Now the same thing here, we go to this, the 25y squared, we square root it, and we get 5y. We put 5y here, and we put that in the second brackets, or the second set of brackets as well. How about here? This might look different. Is it the difference of square? First of all, the definition of the difference of squares, as long as the first term and the second term are both perfect squares, then we could apply factoring the difference of 2 squares to it. And as long as the middle sign is minus, because it's the difference of the 2 squares. So here, is this a perfect square? Yes, it is. Even though it's a fraction, it's still a perfect square fraction. So the square root of x squared is x. That's what we put here, and that's what we put here. The square root of 25 over 81, easy. You just square root the top and square root the bottom. So that's 5 over 9. So you put 5 over 9 here and 5 over 9 there. And that's it for that one. How about this one? Is this perfect square? Is this a perfect square? Definitely the 4, we know right away it's a perfect square, and it's at the end. So we're going to stick that at the end right here. But how about this? It doesn't look like that, but it's still the word math, because it's squared, then it means math is a perfect square here because it's squared. So what do? We square root this, and if we square root anything, it gets rid of the square. So we're left off with math. So we're just going to put math right here and math right there. Yeah. Now let's go to this one. How about this? Is this a perfect square? Is this the difference of 2 squares? Yes, it is. The square root of x to the 4 is x squared. So that's what we stick here. And that's what we stick here. Now the square root of 1 is 1. So we put that here and that there. Now that's x squared. So the square root of x to the 4 is x squared here and x squared there. And then the square root of 1 is 1 here and 1 there. Now some students will stop right here. Then if we stop right here, that means we haven't finished this question. Why? Because this part right here is still the difference of 2 squares. Again, the difference of 2 squares means it's a minus in the middle, and both of these are perfect squares. Can we do the difference of 2 squares here? No, that's a plus. That's the sum of 2 squares. And when it's the sum of 2 perfect squares, we cannot factor it. So therefore, the x squared plus 1 is going to stay the same. However, this part right here, we're going to write 2 set of brackets and then put an x on both sides. 1 minus, 1 plus. And the square root of 1 is 1. So we put 1 here, 1 there. And this is basically 5 different questions in factoring the difference of 2 squares. Even though all of them look different, but we're still applying the same basic method or technique that we applied in the first one, which seems easy for most people. But when we get here and there, then students start to wonder what they're supposed to be doing next. Please check the link. This link here is all you need to know about factoring. All kind of factoring in this video. So please don't forget to check it out. As always, thanks for watching. Till next time, bye-bye.